Hey, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and it's time for another edition of Motorcycle News, which is pretty much dominated by Harley-Davidson this time. Looks like Harley-Davidson's going to get a 6-month reprieve on the EU tariff increase that was announced recently. The tariff will stay at the already inflated 31%, which began in 2018, as a response to President Trump increasing tariffs on steel and aluminum. They will not increase to 56% in June. They could still be in trouble 6 months from now if this doesn't get resolved. In 2018, Harley-Davidson had a 10% market share. In 2020, it was down to 7.7%. With the launch of the Pan America and adventure motorcycles being a very popular style in the EU, Harley-Davidson has a chance to earn some of that market share back. But these tariffs are probably going to sink that opportunity if this doesn't get resolved. The EU tariff situation might have caused a slight dip in HOG stock prices, but it's back on the rise and it's currently around $50 a share, which is up considerably from the $37 it was about the beginning of the year. Harley-Davidson released the Revival. It is marketed as a limited edition Electric Glide that's designed to look like the 1969 Electric Glide. With only 1,500 of these being introduced, I'm sure most have been sold already. The Revival is the first of what Harley calls the Icon collections. 1 to 2 icons will be released per year. So now the question is, what will be next? What iconic bike will be imitated next? I know a lot of people would like to see a Springer or an FXR. Well, I think an FXR T is more likely. I don't think they're going to create a whole new frame for these icons, but an FXR T fairing on a bike and made to look retro is probably a lot more feasible. Remember, the Icons collection is not a reproduction. It's a modern bike designed and styled to remind you of some iconic bike from the past. If they bring back some old Super Glide or something like that from the 70s, it's still going to be a modern softail frame and engine, just styled and designed to remind you of that iconic motorcycle. With that in mind, what do you think they're going to do next? Most recently, Harley-Davidson announced that the Livewire will become an electric motorcycle brand, not just a model. This is an interesting development in how Harley-Davidson will treat the electric motorcycle. They announced the brand will work with dealers as an independent brand, and the Livewire will take a new approach to marketing the Livewire. Some people feel dealers treated Buell as an unwanted brand, and that was part of why Buell failed. So the question is, does this move hurt the Livewire, or does it help it? I did a whole video on this topic. If you're interested, you can check it out for more details. Harley-Davidson indicated a new Livewire motorcycle will be launched July 8th and will premiere at a motorcycle show on July 9th. The question is, will the new model make any significant advances toward lowering the cost and increasing the range, which seems to be the 2 points that prevent adoption of this motorcycle for most consumers still? While we're talking about electric, I want to mention that the Ducati CEO spoke recently about their on and off again relationship with the idea of developing an electric motorcycle. Currently, the relationship is off again, and it makes you wonder if they are watching and learning from the Livewire experiment from Harley-Davidson. I think when the Triumph TE1 electric motorcycle comes out, we'll see if a premium motorcycle manufacturer can produce an electric motorcycle at a more affordable price point or with more range. If Triumph can't do these things, then I don't think it bodes well for the adoption of electric motorcycles till this technology has a significant breakthrough. The Pan America started shipping and it's showing up in dealerships. Harley was very aggressive about getting this bike out in May for people to demo ride, and the reviews are looking good. I attended 2 demo events where the Pan America was being ridden, and I got my chance to do a first ride. I can say I have never seen so many KLRs and BMWs and other dual sport motorcycles and adventure bikes sitting around in the parking lot of a Harley-Davidson dealership. The remaining mystery for Harley-Davidson this year is the Custom 1250, and when is it coming? Could Harley-Davidson drop this bike next month just in time for prime riding season? If they don't release it before August, will people be apt to buy it knowing that half the riding season has passed? I understand Harley wants to scatter these releases out and trying to continue to grab media attention throughout the year, but is that realistic when many of us have dedicated riding seasons? I would say the ideal time to announce is in June and deliver in July. July will be the beginning of their financial third quarter, and they could possibly boost sales in an additional quarter by releasing the bike then, assuming they deliver like they did with the Pan America. Hero and Harley-Davidson are back in the news. If If you're not familiar with Hero, they're the largest two-wheel manufacturer in the world based on volume. And that volume is currently under 225 cc's. Royal Enfield dominates the middleweight segment in India. Middleweights in India being 350 cc's to 700 cc's. Hero has a partnership deal with Harley-Davidson, and a key part of that deal is a licensing aspect that will allow Hero to develop a middleweight bike that would hit the market in India under the Hero name and the Harley-Davidson name. The middleweight segment is a much higher profit margin, and this could be a big boost to Hero and would give Harley-Davidson a way into the largest motorcycle market in the world. May 23rd is the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. I'm not even sure if I'll get this video out by then. I just recently learned about this global event that raises funds for men's mental health. This year marks a decade for the event, and I'm a little late to the game this year, but I'm thinking next year this is something I'm going to get in on. Have any of you guys done Distinguished Gentleman's Ride? Are you familiar with it? I know I haven't been doing these news-related videos as frequently, and some of you may miss them. To be honest, it seems like there's been less news to discuss and share with you guys. Maybe I've been busier riding and working on bikes now that riding season is here. I hope you guys are enjoying the beautiful countryside and riding as much as possible. And try to continue to grab media attention throughout the year, but realistically, when many of us have dedicated rising. As always, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel, and if you dig it, hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to ring that bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video. And as always, thank you for your support, stay safe, and keep on riding.